All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Detroit Pistons fans, I hope you all are having an incredible day, man. You guys deserve it. Had an incredible draft selecting Cade Cunningham at number 1 to get things started. We'll talk about their draft recap here in just a second, but if you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'm out here posting NBA content every single day. Try to post as many Piston videos as I can. And yeah, let's just get into it. Let's try and get this video to 50 likes. That would mean the world to me. You guys are changing my life. It is crazy. All right, man. Detroit they picked 4 dudes last night. They got Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Livers out of Michigan, Luka Garza out of Iowa, and Balsa Koprivica, sorry if I butchered the name, from Florida State. Now, before the draft even got started, they traded away Mason Plumlee. They swapped second-round picks to essentially open up cap space. The deal itself was the 37th pick and Mason Plumlee for number 57, which they picked Balsa with. So I really like this move, not only because it frees up cap space, but because I really thought Isaiah Stewart deserved a starting role. I got flamed on Twitter for saying that Mason Plumlee had an incredible season because to me, honestly, I think only Piston fans really realize Mason Plumlee had a good season. His value is probably at the all-time high, and Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew, he got his run behind a veteran center for a year, got the mentorship, and now I think it's time for Isaiah to take that next step and to start. And what do the Pistons do? They make that possible by getting rid of Mason Plumlee and then drafting Luka Garza with at pick number 52. And in my opinion, Luka Garza is a really intriguing prospect because, so I'm from Chicago. And basically, if you're from around these parts, a lot of people from high school, they go to Big Ten schools. So I got buddies at U of I got buddies at Iowa, I got buddies at Minnesota. And, Iowa fans, first off, Iowa and Illinois had a pretty intense rivalry. Or they just have an intense rivalry. But with Ayo and Luka Garza and both of their teams kind of being good, I heard so much about Luka, and I even watched a little bit of him. I like the way he moves. He's a little slow. He ended up losing 30 pounds from the end of last season to now, and he looked great. He looks absolutely great. He looks slim. He looks fit. He looks ready to go. And he is going to be the perfect backup center behind Isaiah Stewart. And the reason I like it so much is because, yeah, it's a little bit of a risk because he may have been, a quote-unquote perfect college basketball player. It might not translate as well to the NBA level. I kind of if you guys watch college basketball, my boy Cameron Krutwig, I go to Loyola, and he was our guy ever since I was a freshman. But I've never really thought his game would translate well to the NBA. I can see the reason for concern with Luka Garza, but at least now he's going to get an opportunity. That's the best part about drafting him and trading away Mason Plumlee. He at least now has opportunity. Next up, before they drafted Luka Garza, they picked Isaiah Livers out of Michigan at number 42. This is a really underrated draft pick, in my opinion. He is a forward. I think he's super solid. He just played at Michigan, 42nd pick overall, and we know Michigan's success coming out of the draft. But Livers' senior season was cut short due to a stress injury in his right foot shortly before the NCAA tournament. I guarantee you if he had played in the NCAA tournament, he wouldn't have been drafted as late as 42. So he had foot surgery, which prevented him from participating at the NBA draft combine. And he's actually expected to be out at least 6 months. He's 4 months out from his surgery. So maybe only out for 2 more months. He should be good to go in this season, in the 2021 season, at least before the new year. 6'7". He was projected to be a second-round pick or go undrafted. He had a great career at Michigan, 120 games, 69 starts, won more than 100 games as well, and even reached the national title game, won the Big Ten title, won a Big Ten tournament, all in his 4 years, scored almost 1,000 points would have definitely scored over 1,000 if it wasn't for his injury. But 25 games this past season, he averaged a career-high 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. But the best part, 47% from deep. Oh my goodness, the Pistons will take that. You can tell the Pistons are trying to surround themselves with as many shooters as they can. Really quickly, before we get more into this draft, I'm worried about Saben Lee. It seemed as if, and I want to hear from you guys, Pistons fans, because I'm not a Piston guy. I didn't watch too many games this past season. I haven't watched too many Piston games in a while. And so I had always imagined like Saben Lee was putting up some good statistical numbers. I thought he was like the third guy last season. And all of a sudden, it's looking like his contract, he may not even be offered a contract. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments about Saben Lee. Last up, they picked up Balsa Koprivica. I hope I said that right. He is 7 feet tall. They're going to like this pick. It's a little bit more of a project, but they're going to like this pick a lot. He is 240 pounds out of Serbia. And in this past season, he averaged 9.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and a block and a half as a sophomore in only 24 games. He also shot 60% from the field. Another great reason was he was once considered a top recruit in the class of 2019, but he finished as a 4-star prospect ranked number 77 overall. Played 1 year in high school with Cade Cunningham, actually, so that's super cool. I don't really know what my hopes are for this guy. I'm not really quite sure because I think it's going to be a little bit more of a process, but it is great. They got another big man. They got another big man center to play with Luka Garza, reigning Big Ten Player of the Year and National Player of the Year. And we haven't even talked about my guy, Cade Cunningham. I feel like I'm just kind of sick of talking about Cade Cunningham because it was like covering so much Rocket videos. It was like, oh my God, we need to trade for Cade Cunningham. It's just like, dude, they're not going to let you trade for Cade Cunningham. And now Cade is finally a Detroit Piston. I think that the Detroit Pistons are officially back in business. They were creeping close towards it last year for hardcore NBA viewers, and Piston fans were recognizing the young talent that they had. GM Troy Weaver's done a phenomenal job. This is not a poverty franchise, and I think that they are going to have an incredible next couple of seasons. I bet Houston and Detroit will be a rivalry for years to come. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. It is greatly appreciated. If you want more Pistons content, go ahead, drop a like, drop a sub. Go ahead, drop a comment on your Pistons draft grade. I'm going to go ahead and give them an A.